Let's get right to it. Red weather alert. That's tonight's big story at 6. Dangerous conditions out there. Our team of meteorologists have been watching the radar closely. Our crews are out getting a first-hand look at damage like this tree that took down some power lines and shut down one direction of River Road in Bethesda in Montgomery County. Good evening. Glad you stayed with us. I'm Adam Longo.
And I'm Charlotte McBride. We'll check in live with our team in a moment. But first, we begin with DC's most accurate forecast and Chief Meteorologist Top Rashut. Top, high winds, strong storms. We're getting it all tonight.
Yeah, we sure are. And this line out to the west, Charlotte, is getting more intense and more warnings are being issued on this line. And this is the line of storms associated with the front itself. So once this line passes you, your threat of severe weather is over. But as we mentioned earlier, lightning continues to increase. And that is a telltale sign of a stronger line of storms. So just west of Hagerstown, down I-81 to Winchester, big storms. And that will continue, I think, to hold together. I don't see anything breaking this apart. So we do have some new warnings. This is now for Berkeley County, Carroll, Frederick, and Washington County. That goes until 6:45. Okay, and that is Frederick County, Maryland. And we also have another warning a little further north up into Adams and Cumberland and Franklin. And that is Cumberland County, but then also Adams and Franklin in Pennsylvania. That goes till 6:30. We know this has winds of over 60 miles per hour. It may also have some hail, and we're watching even further development on that. So Hagerstown, you don't have much time. I would get ready. And big time rains down toward Martinsburg. But once this passes you, Martinsburg, you're done with severe weather. So that's good. Where is it headed? It is headed off to the north and the east. It could head toward Thurmont on our storm tracker, maybe as early as 6:30 or so, and then Tenleytown at about 6:50. So that's a severe storm. And we still have this severe thunderstorm watch until 10 o'clock. I know it's going to be trimmed back here shortly. It has to be. There's nothing going on back here. But to the south, we have a tornado watch just down toward Westmoreland County, the Northern Neck, and across into the Delmarva. It doesn't include Southern Maryland, but we've got our eyes on you. And here's the newest warning that spans West Virginia and also into Maryland and Pennsylvania. So we're going to see more before we see less. So you haven't had anything yet in terms of severe weather. It's on its way. And whether or not we see big storms, well, we've got a wind advisory. Covers everybody with wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. So we've already seen some trees down without thunderstorms, just with the gusts of wind. But let's talk about tornadoes and just how they develop. Anytime we talk about tornadoes, we need winds different directions and different speeds and different levels of the atmosphere. So today we had winds honking out of the south at 50 miles per hour. You add to that a wind aloft, above, that's in a different direction and maybe even a different speed. That leads to turning, okay? Things can turn, rotation. And every once in a while, you'll see a thunderstorm rotate, and it might drop down a funnel cloud, which is not a tornado, but then sometimes it may actually drop down the tornado to the ground because of that wind shear and that turning. And you can see that this is the problem, is the debris. That's why we say get away from windows, interior room, or a basement, because that is the #1 cause of injury, is the debris. Common household objects can become deadly projectiles when it's driven at high rates of speed by a tornado. So again, there's a tornado warning, you take cover immediately, interior room or basement. Okay, we want to extend an invitation to sign up to be our weather watcher. Just scan the code there, UR code right there on the TV, or you just go to WUSA9.com/weatherwatchers. Join up. You can send us pictures and videos, and we have seminars for you, and you can be part of a larger weather community.
All right. Hopefully we don't see any of those tornadoes tonight.
Yeah.
Topper, thank you. Let's get out to Montgomery County now. Tom Dempsey is on River Road in Bethesda, where a tree went down on 190. So, Tom, you joined us in the last hour. It looked like they were pulling it out of the road. How much progress have crews made? Is it all clear?
A lot of progress, Adam, and it should be clear any minute now. You can actually see behind me here on River Road, still closed off to traffic, but no tree in the middle of the road. Crews have been out here for about the last 2 hours or so. And again, as you said, River Road has been closed off to traffic. You can see the police tape up, diverting traffic. This is going through the Wood Acres neighborhood here in Bethesda, and this is heading south into D.C., southeast into D.C. So not really causing any too much traffic backups, as we said, with traffic being diverted. And it looks like this should be open any minute now. So again, this was a tree that was down in the middle of the road earlier today. Think back to some of the conditions we've been seeing throughout the afternoon with lots of wind coming through here, and you can probably assume, and likely the rain that brought down, the wind I should say, that brought down this tree. No injuries that we know of with all this. but it did obviously impact traffic here. And again, it's been like this for about the last 2 hours with River Road closed off to traffic. But as we said, any minute now it should be opening back up. It looks like maybe the crew member coming down to talk to the police officer here about kind of what they're doing. We've heard the chainsaws going. You've seen the wood chipper going throughout the afternoon. No tree to speak of, though, in the middle of the road right now. And it's looking like they're wrapping up some of their operations here, and traffic should be open. But again, this rain and wind, something to monitor, as it did lead to this condition earlier today, guys.
Yeah, it's pretty fortunate. There was a fair amount of traffic. Tom, I must have missed that myself by like 3 minutes because I take River Road in that direction coming into WUSA9, and it was before any of those crews were there, before any of the police was there. Traffic was actually turning around and going the wrong direction back down River Road to be able to get away from that. That's not the way that traffic is coming and moving out of D.C. heavy right now, so it's a good thing that they're going to get that cleaned up and nobody got hurt. Tom Dempsey there, live for us in Bethesda. Thanks. All right, we're going to get another update from Topper in about 10 minutes. First, though, be sure to download our free WUSA9 app. This thing's going to hook you up, especially if you lose power. You've got no way to know what's up with the forecast for the rest of the night. That's going to help you out. Also, why don't you just take your phone right now, point the camera, whammo, at that QR code. That'll help you download the app. And we've got some ways you can prepare for severe weather on there. You can track storms using the live radar. You can watch us live. You can also get breaking push alerts sent to your phone.